Have your information ready for data capture. So we're going to put it all in one place because we're going to need it. There's no evidence at this point, we're just submitting data, we're doing data capture onto their system. The information that we're going to give them comes from the curriculum, the CIPC documents, the venue and trainer. I put stars on those because if you enter information on the initial form, you can change that information later. Currently that's how it works. And then I say agree because there's a number of items we need to agree to. So how that looks in practice is we would put all that information onto one form. The reason why we're doing this is because we're going to refer back to this information later on. We're going to keep on putting this information out. I give my clients this form which they complete. They only change the text in red to reflect their business instead of lime green training. I've just left that there as example data. If you're doing your own application information, you would obviously just put your own information in there and not go through that step. This would be the information of your company, your address, your PTY limited name, your website, all of that. You would give information of the primary contact person. When I submit this application for clients, I put myself as the primary contact. Their accreditation letter comes out with their name. This is just for the desktop evaluation process that I leave my information on there. I would put my own client's information in there, so they would fill this in, and I would give their information as a secondary contact. Again, the accreditation letter goes to them, not me, so it's not a problem. If you are doing your own application, you would just leave this out and only enter yourself as a primary contact, or you'd put another person at your company's information over here. Information about your organization, accreditation status. They ask this because they're trying to work out if this is an extension of scope application or if it's a new application. So if it's new, we just say we're not accredited. They don't really need to know about your other accreditations like CIPC and all that. You can just say none. You can say CIPC if you want, but that's normally to try and draw some kind of a parallel between one course that is similar, but we don't need that here. Your CIPC registration number, again, that comes from the CIPC form. That's why we have that information ready. Information about the course, we would do one per skills program we're applying for. You can do a maximum of 6. Just have the information of the course and the ID ready. Then you want to have the information about your trainer ready. So we also talked about this minimum number of trainers, a trainer that meets the requirement. At this data capture phase, if you don't have an agreement with your trainer yet, you could just put your own name here, even if you're unqualified. And then when they do the desktop evaluation, we will insert evidence of a proper trainer then. So at this point, if you don't have an agreement with a trainer, even if they said they'll train for you but you haven't got a signed agreement, I wouldn't put their name there because you don't really have them on board. I would just put some kind of placeholder information like your own name. This is about venue. So if your program is being trained with knowledge at one place, practical at another place, and workplace at another place, then you would need to include address information for all of those. Most of my clients are just doing kind of first aid, and they're doing both at one venue, and there's no workplace modules for first aid. We'll add more OHS on as we go and see if those have workplace modules. The rest of this has been filled in for you. Now this over here, I've filled this in according to the QMS. The reason why I fill this in, you don't need to fill this in, you're just going to check boxes when you complete the QCTO's form. The reason I fill this in is because when you fill that form and you write information down, you type it in, but you also tick boxes to say that you have certain things. And to tick those boxes, I would just be more comfortable if you actually had the thing you said you were ticking the box to agree you do have. To do that for my clients, I've just aligned all the check boxes on the QCTO form to this this table over here, with each one pointing to a point in the QMS that meets that. So they say 7 schedules and timetable templates for learners facilitated assessments. Here I've given a place in the QMS where that kind of thing occurs. Learner appeals, so here I've said okay, the appeals form is in 7.9. The learner hasn't appealed yet because training hasn't started, but I would at least point to evidence that is applicable, like in this case, appeals form. You do not need to fill this in, you're just going to be checking the boxes. You don't need to write down QMS sections when you complete that form, but just when you tick the boxes in that form, you would probably feel more comfortable if you at least knew that you were agreeing to something that you actually can agree to. So I use this form for my clients. You can do it without this form. You can simply enter this yourself. You just need to enter basic company information and information that you got from the curriculum, the CIPC, the venue, the trainer, and then you're going to agree to a whole bunch of things.